A very good afternoon to one and all. Again, in our previous video, we have implemented the evaluation of postfix expression. As we know, our lab program 5 is demanding us to implement two problem statement. One is evaluation of postfix expression, which we have already covered in our previous video. And second is solving tower of Hanoi problem with n disk. So that is second part of our fifth lab program. In this video, we are discussing solution for tower of Hanoi problem. So before we understand the implementation of tower of Hanoi, let us understand what is tower of Hanoi and what are the rules associated with it, and what is the exact problem statement of tower of Hanoi, and then we will understand the algorithm which we can follow to solve this given problem, and then we will see some tracing. First, let us start with understanding of tower of Hanoi. It is a mathematical puzzle. Normally, it consists of 3 poles and a number of disks, and each disk is having its own size or each disk size are different. The puzzle starts with disk in a near stack in ascending order of size in one pole. The smallest at the top, that is nothing but the smallest disk will be placed at the top, thus making conical shape. The objective of this puzzle is to move all the disks from one pole, say from source pole to another pole, that is to the destination pole, with the help of third pole. We call that as a auxiliary pole. The puzzle has the following two rules. Before you solve the given puzzle, first we need to understand rules associated with that puzzle. So first rule says that we cannot place a larger disk onto the smaller disk. What it means is you cannot place a large disk on top of small disk. Always small disk should be on top of large disk. That is first rule. Second, we need to only move one disk at a time from one pole to another pole. We cannot have authority to move more than one disk at a time from one pole to another pole. When 3 disks, the puzzle can be solved in 7 moves. How we can solve? We will see. The minimum number of moves required to solve a tower of Hanoi puzzle is 2 to the power n minus 1, where n is the number of disks. So here we are saying that suppose your pole is having 2 disks, then to move these disks from source pole to destination pole, we need to perform 2 to the power n minus 1 moves, where n is number of disks. In our current example, the value of n is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. So that is nothing but we need 3 moves to move 2 disks which are placed from source pole to a destination pole. Suppose our source pole is having 3 disks, then we need minimum 7 moves to shift all the disks from source pole to a destination pole. How it works? First, let us understand that. Then we can easily understand algorithm and also the implementation of this program. Yes, the rule says that always our disk should be in a ascending order. A largest largest disk should be placed bottom and smallest disk should be placed at top of your pole. So when I take the value of n is equal to 2, this is one rule, and another rule says that only we can move one disk at a time from one pole to another pole. So if you observe below diagrams where I am saying n equal to 2, you can see my lower disk size is greater than the disk which I have placed on top of it. So according to Tower of Hanoi, we need to move these two disks from source pole to a destination pole, and middle pole is acting as a auxiliary pole for us. So to again, after moving these two disks from source pole to a destination pole, again in destination pole the larger size disk should be placed at the bottom, and again the smallest disk should be placed on top of your pole. So hence, by looking at this diagram, assume that suppose if I take my smallest disk which is placed at the top from source pole to a destination pole, then in second iteration I cannot take my first disk on top of second disk, because size of second disk is smaller compared to first disk. Hence what I will do is I will take help of auxiliary pole. With the help of that, first I will move my smallest disk to the auxiliary pole in my first iteration, because at a time I can move only one disk. So after moving my smallest disk to a auxiliary pole, now if you see my second diagram, auxiliary pole is having smallest disk, source pole is having largest disk. So in my third iteration, actually this is my first iteration, because this is the problem statement. In second iteration, what I will do is I will directly move my larger disk from source pole to a destination pole. In my third iteration, what I will do is I will move my smallest disk from auxiliary pole to a destination pole. If you observe, what we are doing is first we are taking or moving n minus 1 disk to a auxiliary pole, then we will move nth disk to a destination pole, and then we will move remaining n minus 1 disks from auxiliary pole to a destination pole. To understand this algorithm, let us increase the size of disks. Again, see, on top of this we are saying or assuming number of disks equal to 3. In first diagram, all 3 disks are placed in a source pole. So if you observe my first iteration, this time I am not moving the way I did previously from source pole to a auxiliary pole. If I do so, next disk which is placed on top of your bottom disk cannot be moved to the destination. Sorry, cannot move to the auxiliary pole. Suppose if I move this to the auxiliary pole, topmost disk, instead of moving to a destination, if I move to a auxiliary pole, I can have only choice of moving my second disk to the destination. But unfortunately, if I do so, I cannot move my largest disk, that is bottom disk, from source pole to a destination pole because it is already captured. To overcome that, first what I will do is I will move my smallest disk from source pole to a destination pole. After that, in my next iteration, I will move next a second disk from source file to a auxiliary file. And in my fourth iteration, because now I cannot move my first disk either to a auxiliary pole or to the destination pole because size of source pole is greater than size of the disks which are placed either in an auxiliary pole or in a destination pole. Hence, I will move the disk which is placed on a destination to a auxiliary pole. So after doing that, now if you observe this diagram, here I have placed smallest disk on top of second disk. So in my next iteration, I will move largest disk from source pole to a destination pole. Then I will move my smallest disk from auxiliary to a source pole. In my next iteration, I will move my disk which is placed in an auxiliary pole to a destination pole. Finally, I will move the smallest disk which is present in a source pole to a destination pole. So this is the idea. Indirectly, what we will do is by performing various combinations, first we will move n minus 1 disks from source pole to a auxiliary pole. After that, we will move source disk which is nth disk which is present in your source pole to a destination pole. Finally, we will move all n minus 1 poles which are placed in your auxiliary pole to a destination pole. With this understanding of Tower of Hanoi problem, let us understand the implementation of your 5th B lab program. As I have stated, first we need to shift n minus 1 disks from A to B. Then we need to shift last disk from A to C. Finally, we need to move n minus 1 disks from B to C. So this is the algorithm. Here A is equivalent to your source pole. Here B is acting as an auxiliary pole and C is acting as a destination pole. So let us go to the main function. Int n, here n indicates the number of disk and the value of n will be read by end user, and with the help of printf function I am displaying a message to user stating that enter the number of disks. Whatever value user will enter, I will hold that value in n with the help of scanf function. As we know, A, B, C are acting as a different poles, and here I am defining user defined function tower, and it is taking 4 parameters. The first parameter is number of disk, second parameter is source pole, third parameter is auxiliary pole, and fourth parameter is destination pole information. So hence I am saying tower of n comma a comma b comma c. And we know that to solve tower of Hanoi problem, we required minimum 2 to the power n minus 1 moves. Hence, in using printf statement, I am printing total number of moves are percentage %d, and with the help of power function, I am calculating the value of 2 to the power n minus 1, and whatever value it will return, that is the number of moves required to solve the tower of Hanoi problem for given n disks. Now let us understand the implementation of your user defined function tower. Here again, if you observe, tower is not returning any value, hence return type of this function is void. And again we are defining our user defined function before our main function. Hence it is not necessary for us to define function prototype for tower function. So void tower integer n is the value for number of disk, int source is nothing but source pole, int temp is equivalent to your auxiliary pole, int destination, that is nothing but destination pole. Suppose the value of n is equal to 0, then we need not to perform anything, because there are no disk means there is no movement of disk. Hence I am returning from the program. Suppose the value of n is greater than 0, then we need to move. If it is only 1, then I can directly move from source to destination. Otherwise, we have already observed when the value of n is equal to 2 or n is equal to 3, we have studied various pictorial representation how the movement of disk will takes place. With that concept, and also based on that whatever algorithm we have framed here, so let us implement that concept. Tower n minus 1, just a minute, here something is missing. First we need to move n minus 1 disk to a source, destination, then temporary. After that we can move disk percentage %d from percentage %c to percentage %c. That is nothing but when we move n minus 1 disks from source to destination with the help of auxiliary pole, that is nothing but temp. After that directly we can move our nth disk from source to a destination, and again call recursive function call, that is on n minus 1 poles, that is tower n minus 1 comma. Now source will be acting as a auxiliary pole, because n minus 1 poles you have already shifted from source to a auxiliary pole. Hence it is saying temp comma, here you are making source as a auxiliary now, and where you are moving them to a destination. So as we have studied here, first we need to move n minus 1 disk from A to B, then we can move disk from A to C, that is nothing but A is acting as a source pole, C is acting as a destination pole, and afterwards remaining n minus 1 disks from B to C. That is exactly what I am doing here. If you observe, in my first recursion call I am moving n minus 1 disks from source to destination. Destination is nothing but your temp. Temp is acting as a auxiliary pole. As per our algorithm, we need to move n minus 1 disks from source pole to a auxiliary pole. That is what I am doing, source to a temp. In this example, destination is acting like a temp and temp or auxiliary pole is acting as a destination. After that, directly we are moving largest nth disk from source to a destination, and that is what I am printing. And now again, with the help of recursion call, we need to move all the remaining n minus 1 disk from source pole, from auxiliary pole. Auxiliary pole is nothing but temp. And now source is acting as a auxiliary pole for us, and we are moving all remaining n minus 1 disk from temp to a destination. That is nothing but from a auxiliary pole to a destination. I hope it is the simplest problem. The only logic is, first we need to move n minus 1 disk from source pole to auxiliary pole, so that we can move directly our nth disk from source to a destination. Once we move our nth disk from source pole to a destination pole, we can easily move our n minus 1 disk which we have placed on our auxiliary pole to a destination pole. I hope you understand this program. If you face any problem while going through these problems or programs, please call and solve your problems. Thank you.